When thinking about how best to redefine a unit, Morgan and I instantly thought about reading. For most students, grade 1 is the year when they learn to read. This means we are constantly teaching students new reading strategies and how and when to implement them. We knew students needed to know these strategies, but we also knew that they aren't always ready for new strategies when they are initially taught. With this in mind, we envisioned a classroom where students could take ownership over their own learning, where reading strategies were reinforced and where these could be integrated into the classroom through the use of technology. In order to make this happen, the tools we decided upon were Explain Everything and Seesaw. We chose Explain Everything because students were familiar with the program from kindergarten, and Seesaw because I was planning on using it in the classroom as an online journal. It was user-friendly and allowed for collaboration. The fact that QR codes could be created directly off the site was just an added bonus. We were ready to begin on our journey to make the classroom more interactive for students. We introduced the project by posting QR codes that linked to example reading strategy videos. Students were asked to scan the codes and watch the videos. We decided next that we would have a small group of students make their own videos. The goal was to use these videos in class to discuss the purpose behind strategy videos and to analyze them, focusing on the questions, what is the video trying to teach you and what video grabs your attention? The student-made videos were a hit. The class was even more excited. But more importantly, the videos helped students create their own understanding of the purpose behind the videos, to teach ourselves and others. As the process unfolded and students were more comfortable creating their videos, we came up with a list of criteria students could follow to help them make sure their video had everything it needed to successfully teach others. This list, in addition to feedback from peers, was instrumental in all students creating their final videos.
I'm going to use sound it out and look at the picture. Okay, a little frog. I looked in the small leaves. Small leaves? That's not that word. Some leaves. Some leaves in the pond. A little frog jumped out of the leaf. It sat on a log. That doesn't have the E at the end. Log. That's better. Just right.
Reflecting on the process, we were very happy with the outcome. I think one of the reasons our project was so successful was because it allowed all students to engage in the process, regardless of their ability. Students were able to choose a reading strategy that they knew well and were able to demonstrate this using a book that was just right for them. In addition, Morgan and I found that we didn't have off-task students or misbehavior because all students were engaged, able to participate, and felt successful in the process. One of the great things about using Seesaw was that we had instant evidence of student work. The way my students focused on the task at hand was enough evidence for me. But to top it off, students were able to work with independence, use criteria to self-assess, and use peer feedback to make changes to their videos. When looking through all the videos, we even saw that although growth looked different depending on the student, all of the students used the feedback in some way to ensure that others would be able to learn from their video.
If you happen, jump high.
Okay, but what strategy? Remember what reading strategy?
The one that starts and a sneak peek.
While Morgan and I were happy with the product, one thing we would do differently would be to make sure all of the iPad updates were done in advance. If a student accidentally hit update, they were out an iPad for the remainder of the day, or they had to use someone else's. Another thing I would do to prepare would be to make sure Seesaw had access to the camera and microphone on each of the iPads. Although neither of these were big problems, they were time-consuming and took away from students' learning. We've noticed students in our class are benefiting from the videos, but we wanted to be able to share with our students as well. So our next step is to share our QR codes with the other grade 1 classes. We're all learning the same reading strategies, so hopefully they can benefit from these videos as well. Coming from a school without technology, I was excited and nervous to come to my new school. My greatest learning from the course is that students will rise to the challenge. Just because something seems difficult, when students are engaged and take responsibility over their learning, they surprise us in all sorts of ways.
My strategy is going to be looking closely from start to end. So here we go. So 6 scary skeletons. Scream. Remember when I had Oh yeah, scream. Yeah, 6 scary skeletons. Scream.